of the Summer Showdown. It's Vert, your play-by-play, and I'm joined by Pickle, breaking down all the action. How you doing today, Pickle?
Doing pretty good. I'm excited to see a good game tonight.
Yeah, me as well. And I mean, these are really two competitive teams. We got Rat Milkers, who kind of the surprise team of the tournament, I'd say. I think you were probably giving them the most praise out of anyone covering it. Cuddle Puddle, in kind of a disappointment this bracket, but we gotta hope they can turn it around here.
Yeah, for sure. Like Cuddle has been a little bit of disappointment so far, but after what I've seen from yesterday's performance in our warm-up scrim, I think Cuddle could probably make this very close, if not take it tonight. But Ratmokers, as you said, very dominant, like especially on Lijiang Tower, which I think is the map we're going in at the start.
Mhm.
That's just their map. They have scrimmed it so much. They have played it so much throughout this tournament that if Cuddle were to take this map, it would really shake things up.
Exactly. Yeah, I have to agree. And I mean, I feel like Cuddle Puddle has been getting so weird with their compositions. I've said it all weekend. I think they just need to go back to what works for them and get back in their dominant ways. But speaking about dominance, we do have a leaderboard that we are going to take a bit of a look at here in just a moment as we're given a good little I mean, because we got Death Blossoms over at number one. Unless I'm trolling. Is there no leaderboard to look at? GG's, I'm throwing. Oh, my fault. I actually lied. What are we looking at, Pickle? Maybe I'm just misinformed. G freaking G's.
I mean, right now I'm just looking at that beautiful Hammond, and oh, we are now looking at the
Oh,
band
oh,
overview.
yes,
Oh,
band
and it's
overview.
and it's gone.
The band overview. Uh,
Okay,
very good.
band overview. So, Vert, you want to take this over?
I mean, it's just OWCS banning. There's no same hero banning from either team. If Ramatra is banned by Rat Milkers, Cuddle Puddle can ban him, but Rat Milkers can't ban him again. Cannot ban the same role. Coin flip for the first ban. Loser bans first afterwards. And the coin flip winner was in fact Rat Milkers, but they decided to choose Lijiang Tower. So the first ban went to Cuddle Puddle, and they banned that Ramatra, and Rat Milkers banning that sim. What do you think about this for either team? I feel like Rat Milkers has been playing the Orisa on this map. No?
Yeah, I think, well, I mean, obviously, like you've seen the RAM from, I think it was Motion and Railgun. So I understand the RAM pick by Cuddle here. And Ratmokers, I like the sim ban because every time I've seen Lijiang Tower with Cuddle, I always say Geo on the Symmetra. So I think this is a really good target ban by Ratmokers here. Although it's been a couple of days where what we saw day one is not going to be the same that we see in the playoffs right now. And I think we've seen
I
that for
agree.
a lot of teams. Like last night, like you saw a little bit of the ball comp from Checkmate, but we also were trying some other things. And like
Yeah.
obviously DB first day they say that they were trolling. You could probably justify that, but like you don't see them running Junkrat anymore. I guarantee that.
Probably not, my friend. But we do have a match to get to. It is, like we mentioned, Cuddle Puddle versus Ratmokers. The winner is going to go on to play the number one seed in DB. Just making sure both teams are ready as we get in here in just a moment. If you're Cuddle Puddle, what is your lifeline to win this to win the series? I mean, what do you got to do differently than what you've been doing all weekend?
I think it just starts with the backline here. Nutter Butter and Executie have to stay alive. Every team I feel like focuses Executie really hard, where she's almost the first one picked every single game. If she's not the first one picked, I think Cuddle will stay in every single fight.
Mhm. I agree. And we will get a moment and chance to see that because we are actually going to be getting into the fights here soon as we go into Lijiang Tower. And this map right here, Control Center, probably one of the better maps for Rat Milkers. Definitely one of the most exciting. What do you think we're going to end up seeing here?
I think we'll see a little bit of a brawl mirror. I do want to let my prod know that we do have the banners flipped, so we should probably change that before we get started. But I am interested to see what Cuddle Puddle runs. I think we're gonna see an Orisa mirror by both teams and probably have
Ready for battle.
okay.
Okay.
Alright, so I was correct on one of the teams with Orisa. I think Ratmokers they're
They're probably
probably gonna
trolling.
match it,
Probably
but
trolling.
it's that or spend
Yeah.
the rest of my life passed
What's
out
the
buried
what would you
in
say
Yeah.
the
concrete.
benefit of having the Kiriko over the Baptiste here is, or vice versa? Which one do you think is better for this point?
I honestly I prefer the Suzu. I think that
Mhm.
pure instance of, getting the health with the like cleansing any effect here, but the Baptiste, V and Shay has done a really good job every single game of just staying in the back, out of line of sight, and just healing her team. So it's just whoever stays alive here, as we see this first fight opening up right here.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see which backline can stay alive. This brick is already getting low, having to pop that overhealth. Manuki using that freeze. Andoryu's playing so far up, having used that ice break, and I mean, the early pressure from Ratmokers is forcing Cuddle Puddle off this point. We see Geo trying to get a slight off angle, but it just looks like that Ratmokers.
Yeah, and they're cutting him off right here with the Maywall. And the Suzu's out immediately, and we get a first pick by Satoru Gojo.
Yeah, I mean, huge first pick for sure. I mean, it's just like I said, angling is very important, and Geo took that off angle for just a second. Huge heads up wall from Monk over there to just separate them there.
Yeah, that's a huge play. I mean, we've seen it from Ratmokers. They find their target and they collapse on it immediately. And Satoru Gojo is one of the best Lucios in this tournament, so you really got to be careful if you're Cuddle Puddle here. And they get a Maywall instantly. Suzu is forced in Maywall.
Yeah, I mean, this is just literally a stampede right now. Ratmokers are just claiming their dominance over Cuddle Puddle here as they're just walking forward. Brook walked forward past the wall. Executing TPs in, uses the Suzu, choosing to not break the wall there. That could have been a big mistake. And Executing gets picked by Railgun, so there's no Kitsune, and Cuddle Puddle's going to back up.
Yeah, I mean, this is what we kind of mentioned beforehand. If Execute is the first one picked, it's going to be extremely hard if you're Cuddle Puddle if you want to get onto Ratmokers here. But
Yeah,
I mean,
we're
we
gonna
do have
see-
ults on both sides here.
Yeah, we're going to have to see how they use Crispy getting his high noon walled off. They're going to break the wall to try to help him out, speed him just to see what he can get. I don't think he's going to be able to get a target here.
Ooh, Nutter Butter almost
Pretty
falls,
low.
and he
Oh,
does.
he does fall indeed. Kitsune is popped by Executing, and the point is flipped on the side of Cuddle Puddle, but it feels like an afterthought having that Nutter Butter down. Brooke
Yeah.
still wants to commit to this fight, getting walled off.
Two ults by the side of Cuddle Puddle here. Can they
Three
get anything from it? And a huge kill.
on the side of Geo, but Crispy's just going to trade it out. I mean,
Yeah.
Suzu's out.
Ooh,
They're
and a
committing to this
Blizz is
fight. That's
out.
Yeah, that's a big
A window
turnover
is
there.
out on the side of Ratmokers here. They could easily flip this.
They could flip it because they do have that Orisa,
Well,
but
Noru with the
Andoryu,
pick, though.
yeah, he does not want
And
to give
Noru's
this point
stalling
up.
for his life here.
Andoryu doing his best. I don't know. Sorry, I left my brain. I had an analogy, I swear, but it's gone. However, they did
Ooh,
Geo
and
a
a
huge pick.
Early
Jeez.
pick.
Yeah.
Holy,
I mean-
Van Shit just kind of standing in the open there. Didn't see Geo coming. Geo just clicked her head off.
Yeah, and it is looking like that Cuddle Puddle does want to press the issue, getting a couple of cooldowns out, but they are going to go back, knowing that they are probably likely down in ults coming up on this fight. Ratmokers clearing that right side, seeing what they can get.
Yeah, I expect to see a Terror Surge here by Rogan if I was Ratmokers. You speed in Terror Surge and force up beat by Cuddle Puddle. I think this is what they're trying to go. Maybe flipping the
That's what they're
point.
going for now.
Yeah, here's
big.
Terra. Beat is forced.
It's good for
So now-
5, and their presence is felt on the port, but Andoryu is going to get caught in that blizzard. So is
Oh,
Brooke,
and there's a double
Ratmokers
freeze here.
is just going to flip on that. They did have to use all their ultimates to win this fight, and Cuddle Puddle did take the lead. Well, they built up 2, actually. It's actually 3. Hold on. I'm wrong.
Yeah, and Crispy has his high noon here, and they have a beat in window coming up. So if you're Cuddle Puddle, you want to do this fast. You don't want Ratmokers to just build their ults here.
It does look like they tried to fake Railgun out on their rotation, but they got to be careful about that Maywall. And Doryu looking to cut it off. High Noon already half beat
Oh.
coming out. Executing, popping the Kitsune Rush. Mailed out on the side of Endoryu.
Yeah,
It's not
Mail
quite
is
catching him,
out.
But it's huge! It's
Oh,
massive! It actually
what
gets
a
3!
huge ult. But Satoru Gojo kills Brooke. Then now Geo pops the OC.
Yeah, the OC is popped on the side of Geo, and Jogo is just going nuts. It's gonna be this lone Curie, and she's gonna get picked off, and that's likely gonna be the map here. But it was a lot closer than I think some folks at home were anticipating.
Yeah, I mean, I think Cuddle Puddle, like, their map rotations here, flipping the point, was very beneficial. If they keep doing this, we're going to have a series vert.
Yeah, I couldn't disagree. I mean, that was big rotations. I think the biggest thing that killed them though was just either momentum early on from Ratmokers. It felt like Cuddle Puddle kind of got into the game late and definitely set them back.
Yeah, I can't agree. Like, as a player who's played against this Ratmokers team, like, you gotta have that early point presence. I think the only map we've taken from Ratmokers, or like the only point, is whenever we got there first and we held on to it. Ratmokers is very dominant whenever it's holding the point. And we are going to see a Pharah on the side of Ratmokers, making it extremely difficult for Cuddle to rotate here.
Yeah, this is a strategy they ran all round robin, which is why I'm confused as to why we never banned the Orisa. No team's ever banned the Orisa here when they've won the coin flip, but we do have a mutual point meet here as we meet in the middle. Vinci just picking
And
off
V and
Execute
Shay
early.
kills Execute off rip.
Off rip, yeah, and I mean, like you said, this Pharah spam is just going to do so much, especially with Cuddle retreating to that gray room. They can just take so many angles, and I mean, Geo's trying to pressure out as best they can, but it looks like Ratmokers has already set their footing on the point.
Yeah, Cuddle, I think you're going to have to probably change your team comp after this fight because there's nothing really to wall off with the Mei. Like, sure, you can get the Orisa, maybe the Cass, but everyone else is so mobile that they can just get out immediately, and Brook is taking a ton of damage trying to walk in here.
Yeah, and Railgun's gonna walk up off that space that they give him, but it's a huge wall, but it might not matter as Vinci picks up Geo while trying to get back. Railgun using all of his cooldowns, and Vinci's gonna get him out with that Suzu, and I don't think Cuddle can push this.
Yeah, I mean, like, sure, Brook can maybe contest point, but everyone's just there. Crispy does fall a little bit low, but Brook is also 1 HP. Brook does fall, so does Endoru. And this is just getting really messy on the side of Cuddle. We do see Geo swap to the amazing Freya that he's known for, but, I mean, what can they do, honestly? Cuddle needs to go in, and Geo needs to be just poking out the forest man.
Yeah, and ults are stacking up on the side of Ratmokers as well. There's just been so much poke going on that, you know, Brook isn't even built his ultimate yet, and Doryu hasn't either, and Geo just swapped. So, I mean, they're entering this fight. Shields have both been released. You have to imagine that Monarchy is going to pop that, but it might not matter.
And Terror Surge!
Terror Surge was huge, and it's an even exchange right now on the point as both, well, not both, but one Kitsune is out. We do have a pause coming in for the teams, as one of them said, oh, but yeah, there was a pause there. It's a scrappy fight. We've got 2v3 on point right now, and a missing Brook on the side of Cuddle. Wait, no, where is Brook? Where did Doryu just
No,
die?
Brook isn't spawned, and Endoru just fell. And Cuddle, I mean, it's gonna be probably 75% for Ratmokers by the end of this fight, and Ratmokers is gonna take this, so you're in last fight territory if you're Cuddle.
Yeah, not looking good. I mean, you were able to negate the ultimate on the side of the Pharah, but there's still 3 ults coming up for Ratmokers here, and you have to imagine as we're going back in, they're gonna get this cleanup here. Yeah, it looks like if you're Cuddle, you're just looking to die. Just need to get out for sure, and that's what they're gonna do.
And yeah. And yeah, like as we mentioned before, Ratmoker's very good at just stalling this point, sitting on the point, not allowing the other team to get there. So it's whoever takes this point is really gonna just have the advantage here.
Yeah, and they're trying to keep walking this right side despite the Pharah and Lucio presence. I mean, look, the spear from Railgun.
That's diabolical. Finding out by Crispy kills Geo. Railgun pops the Terra
on the side of Puddle, but it's just not gonna matter. And we're gonna see a 99-0 here to close out this map.
Losing Brook that early is just really bad if you're a Puddle fan right here. And Ratmokers, they do take the first map in the series, so
yeah, I mean, Puddle, that rotation is so questionable. You have 3 things that can knock you off the map, and you still go that way regardless. But same play from Railgun, really exceptional here, showing why they wanted him in and wanted him to play. Pretty good at Orisa, but I just feel like as a team, Ratmokers has a better idea on that Orisa of what they want to do, and it just feels so confusing as to why the Ramatra wasn't banned, because that's one of Brook's best tanks.
yeah, like honestly, I think Puddle probably shot themselves in the foot by banning Ram. I mean, yeah, Ratmokers do play the Ram, but do you really trust yourself in the Orisa mirror?
Yeah, I don't know if we trust that, because I mean, just look, I mean, the proof is in the pudding, and the pudding is Railgun is nasty. That is the proof right there. We are going to be going to Escort here in just a moment. Puddle is going to get the choice of whether they want the first ban or the first map. Gonna have to see what their pick here is. If you're Puddle, what are you taking?
Ooh, that's really good. I think you keep Broken and you go either Watch Point or you go Rialto here. Rialto, maybe you put in Pizza Bot, see if you can make the Diva work. But if they choose the map, if not, I honestly think that probably Ratmokers, if they choose the map here, they're probably gonna go Circuit Royale, get Crispy and Monkumi just available to get on like the far end Widow or whatever, and just outpoke Cuddle Puddle.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. So it is going to. Railgun just said, need to check my grow a garden, lol. It is being confirmed that Cuddle Puddle is going to take the map. Waiting on confirmation to see what map it is. We are going to Circuit Royale. This is becoming more of a popular escort map. I'm not sure as to why. Maybe you have more insight on that. It's one of my least favorite maps, to be honest.
I mean, I think that either Cuddle Puddle's looking to ban the Ram here, or no, they can't ban the Ram. I think they're going to be looking to run like a Sigma or something here and force Ratmokers to play the poke instead of the brawl. But if you're Ratmokers, I think you're just going to probably just run Ram because Ram is just really good here. And Crispy and Monkumi, I think they can outpoke Cuddle Puddle here. But I think it really just this fight or this next game will end up being which DPS duo is better because Andoru and Geo, they have the synergy that we have talked about, I think, before the broadcast started of just
Yeah.
this past season. If they can keep it going, put Geo on the Freya, like this could get really dirty. But Ratmokers, I think they just have the talent all around, and I think Cuddle Puddle just needs to lock in. They need to find out what they need to do.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely an answer is gonna have to arise here. Just waiting on confirmation for our first ban. They're going to ban the Lucio, the side of Ratmokers. That's an interesting one, especially on a map like Circuit Royale where Lucio's not as great.
If I were to guess, I think they're gonna do probably a Juno Brig if you're the side of Ratmokers, have Barbecue Chicken play the Juno, V and Shay play the Brig, possibly maybe even the Jimbo Brig. So
Yeah, you are correct. We are going to see a substitution. Barbecue Chicken coming in for Gojo, even though I felt like he had a pretty good map there. I doubt
I think
he swapped.
ultimately, I think it's the hero pools of the supports.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. Gonna see the ban coming out from Cuddle Puddle here in just a moment. Again, reminder that no teams can ban from the same role, so they have to ban a tank or DPS. I think if I had to guess, they might ban an Orisa here. I could be wrong.
I mean, ultimately, we'll have to see what Cuddle Puddle does ban. They have to go either DPS or they have to go tank here. So, I mean,
Yeah,
if you're going DPS, do you want to sacrifice the Freya? Geo wouldn't be able
yeah.
to play it, but you also wouldn't let Crispy play it. Do you want to ban the Venture? Because I know Makumi has played the Venture or the Genji. Because
Uh,
really, it's either you want to take the mirror with Geo or you want to ban it.
huh.
That's what I'm thinking.
Well, that is interesting. We're gonna see a Soj ban. Um, I don't know why. I feel like if you're scared of a hit scan presence, maybe you ban the Widow instead, like you were mentioning. Um, but there's got to be some sort of reason, maybe potentially. I'm not sure. I don't love that ban, to be honest.
I think we're going to see the Endoru Ash here. I think what we're going to end up seeing is either Crispy is on the Freya or Widow. Maybe the
Right.
Cass if he's getting really crazy with it. But I think we're going to see more of a Ash poke comp on the side of Cuddle Puddle.
Yeah. I think that's a good that's probably a good idea. And Doryu, someone who could have occasional pop off moments, has seemed to be struggling in the series, but time for struggling is over. You know, you're in the playoffs. It's do or die. It's win now or go home. And we are going into Circuit Royale to start. Did forget to ask the teams if they had a preference on defense or
Initiating
attack.
match.
I
So
think
that's
if
a
you're the side of
project.
Ratmokers, I think you're gonna go. We got this, and if you're Cuddle Puddle, I think you want to start off strong here.
Yeah. So we will see how this rolls, but Cuddle Puddle gonna be on that attack. Ratmoker's gonna be on this defense. What do you think we're gonna see here? Sig, I mean, Sig's becoming less and less popular on this map and being replaced more by like a Diva Ram, obviously, since he's back on the board.
Yeah, like especially Ram with the
Ready for
Yep.
battle.
armor bug right now. Like he's just too good. But Cuddle Puddle, they're going with a Juno Ana comp here. Something you don't see every day. You know, it definitely works. Like, you can speed your Ana out, speed your Ram out, you know. But I did hit the nail on the coffin here, and Doru is on the Ash, and Crispy is on the Freya. So, that's just something to take a look at. But Rat Milkers, if they are doing this Bapalari, I am interested to see how they are going to do it, because from what I remember, barbecue chicken is mainly known for like his Ana and his Juno, not necessarily his Alari. So maybe there's something that we just don't know that he's just coming out with.
Well, they got to have some level of faith of it. We are going to see the Sim TP. Actually, they're going to stick to Sim TP strat, and this is something we've seen a lot in OWCS recently, especially that championship series they had. So we're going to have to see how they choose to use it here. What happened to that old Puddle comp where you ran like the Moria Juno with like the Cassie? That junk was crazy. TPA is going to be destroyed early as Brook tries to get some sort of early poke. That slow is going to come out from Railgun. It is just kind of a battle of cool-off exchanges here right now.
Yeah. It looks like Cuddle is just trying to control the point here. They do get off of it to contest this high ground. But, I mean, if you push this cart on the other side, like, you'll just force him back up. But, I mean, blink and you miss it. Railgun's down.
We already got a couple of deaths. Yep.
Yeah.
Railgun is going to go out, and I think I'm beginning to see the strategy here for the side of Cuddle Puddle. Geo just sat there and full beamed onto Railgun. He died for it, but he did get the kill, and Cuddle Puddle is going to back up. Looking to just kind of keep the space here, but...
Ooh, Monkumi finds an early pick on Andoru here. Yeah, like, obviously what you said, like, the sim with the full charge beam on the Ramatra, it worked a lot in OWCS, and you saw a lot of the good tanks just fall down to a Symmetra beam. Like, I go back to the Virtus Pro match where you have Esnom on the Symmetra, the backup tank player for Virtus Pro, and you need a lot of coordination with the Sim TP if you're going to do it. Like, right now we see an engage here on the side of Cuddle Puddle, but Crispy just finds two.
Side of Railgun, that slow just negating the TP. Your Cuddle Puddle, you got to check those corners before you go, and yeah, you're right, it does require a lot of level of coordination, but I think the good thing is even though they died for it, they did get card around that bridge.
Yeah, and I mean, Cuddle Puddle is only going to have like Nano here, and Rat Milkers do have 4 ults coming up. So I think you want to dry fight this if you're the side of Cuddle Puddle here. Try to see if Rat Milkers is going to use an ult, because you do have 2 minutes remaining. So you have a fight where you could just dry fight this.
Yeah, you could just dry fight it. Indeed, we are going to see Geo swap over to the Freya. We all know how great he can be on it, but we need to see some big plays from him. We do have an early Nano coming up. That is available for Cuddle Puddle, but I agree. The dry fight is probably likely here. Going to have to see. Never mind, I lied. We've got
you see the Nano Ram here, so what can Brook get onto? That's the question. Immortality is immediately forced out on Rat Milkers. Here comes the Dragon. It doesn't look like to eat anything up.
It is going to try to split the team, but it doesn't really look. So that is an ult for an ult. Big sleep from the side of Executing. Anti's not going to come off. Pylon is down from Geo, and we're just seeing Ramatra's punch. But
yeah, Andoru finds his kill.
Yeah, and
Window is out, but Andoru.
He's going to die to Geo.
I mean, pick after pick, you never know what's going on. Who's going to win the Freya 1v1?
We are going to see the pull come from Brook on the Annihilation, and Railgun choosing not to use it. He's going to step off the point. And honestly, I feel like you could have fought that, but they're just going to let it go, figuring that Cuddle Puddle maybe invested too many ults in that, but I mean...
And Geo, the Freya, he's just killing everyone in the lobby. I know a certain someone from another team has, you know, said that this Geo Freya is crazy, but if you're on the side of Rat Milkers, you do not want a Freya to control the lobby. Freya is still very strong even after the nerfs. So, how can you stop this?
Yeah, how can you stop it indeed? And there is an even ult exchange on the side. You know, Cuddle Puddle's gonna have that Juno Bob coming in. We're gonna have to see how they use it. And look how much space Rat Milkers just giving up. I mean, they're gonna get this. Even if they die, they're just gonna get this corner for free. And Brook doesn't want to die. He's looking in, and this is a Cuddle Puddle that is looking rejuvenated.
Yeah, and Doru, he's finding his stride right now. He's killing half. He killed like 4 that fight, and Doru is popping off. And I think it goes back to what we mentioned, Bert, beforehand. If this Cuddle Puddle DPS duo can get its synergy, they will be deadly. I think Rat Milkers is starting to feel the taste of it right now. Like, I think Cuddle Puddle's game plan right now is to kill the rodent.
Just kidding. That threw me off for a second, yeah. but also Ratmokers, I think they're just struggling with this pacing against the Juno Ana, because like you said, it could be very fast and flexible, but they're just giving up so much space for free. I mean, Brook isn't even doing anything but just walking up with punch, and they're just not doing anything to stop it. And Rogan's also using his cooldowns off cooldown, literally, and Nutterbutter still has that Juno ult, so he can press go. We have to see if Railgun is going to want to respond as we get to this corner here. And again, it's just a cooldown exchange right now.
Yeah, and if I'm on the side of Cuddle here, I want to see if you can get more nade engages here. But we do have a bola shot from, I don't know who that was. I think it was Crispy?
It was from Crispy, but it doesn't matter because Brook is in your backline and he is angry. He saw all of the Coach Tool press and he is realizing that he has to live up to the Cuddle Puddle name. And this card is moving around corner with a really fast pace here, Pickle, and ultimates are still coming up, and Railgun is holding on to his one and only ultimate. He hasn't pressed the button all game. All game.
Yeah, Barbecue Chicken also holding on to the Alarial here, so I wonder what you will end up seeing. Barbecue Chicken is dead to the Freya, as you mentioned, and Ebola is out. Freya is one shot up top, but what's going to end up happening? Railgun is going in on ult, slowing too,
You think,
but I mean, the Juno is out.
It could still be winnable. Brook has that armor back, so he can just sit here and hold ult. Barbecue.
Yeah,
looking to
Alarial
try
is
to play
out.
God. Anti coming in, but
Barbecue Chicken does fall.
Chicken, and no one's running away from the Ramatra ult for Brook, and Nutterbutter is just keeping him up in this backline. Eventually, it is going to fall off. Vinci with that nano could pop it at any moment. Crispy coming up on this ult, gonna have to see what he's going to do, but a big wall from the side of Monk could end this, but I mean, it looks like he's going to live here, and I think Cuddle is trying to back out.
I mean, also good job on the side of Cuddle Puddle. Nutterbutter keeping his distance when the Ram was blocking. Saves Brook that fight, but Crispy gets the early pick on Geo right here. Looks to engage with Freya. And so it's just, now Cuddle Puddle is having to wait for the rest of their team. You do have Bob coming up, but as you said, Ratmokers, they have Nano, they have Freya here.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna have that Bob and that potential Nano coming up. You just gotta kind of play it slow, and I mean, hopefully, as we're coming around this corner, it looks like Railgun is going to want to try to hold this corner a little bit. Vinci didn't have to use the Nano last fight, so he can pop it, and he's
yeah,
low.
but Railgun does fall.
Moments.
Now you just gotta walk if you're on the side of Cuddle Puddle here. I mean, if I was Andori right here, I'd get on the high ground and Bob height. But I think right now they're just gonna.
I mean, the Bob is coming. I mean, the Nano went out.
Monkumi falls.
And it just doesn't matter. Geo getting low, getting healed up from Nutterbutter.
Railgun touching at .01.
Yeah, he does get the touch off, but it isn't going to matter as they are going to cap this full point with a minute to spare. And even though they were kind of slowed down, it felt like it was all gas, no brakes for the side of Cuddle Puddle.
Yeah, good job by Cuddle Puddle by like figuring out what you need to do and just doing it. Geo with amazing first picks almost every single fight. So Ratmokers, you saw what Cuddle Puddle just did. How are you going to respond to it?
I don't know how you respond to that. I mean, that's the first time I think I've ever seen Ratmokers off pace. Every game they've ever won, there's always they've just controlled the pace. But Railgun, I mean, looked really good on that Orisa. He was just popping every single cooldown, literally as soon as it was available. And Brook was just in the backline wreaking havoc. I don't think I ever want to see Nutterbutter on the Lucio again because his Juno was insane.
Yeah, his Juno is crazy here. And we are going to see Barbecue Chicken go back on his comfort pick of the Juno. And I don't know, man. Like, I feel like both of these comps right now have their perks. V and Shay going back onto the Ana here, kind of mirroring what Cuddle Puddle did, but you do have the Widow and you do have the Pharah here. So how can Cuddle Puddle stop this Ratmokers poke?
I mean, Overwatch is a very momentum-based game, and Doryu is hitting shots right now. I don't think Pharah into a hitting shot Ashe right now is a good idea, but we'll have to see how it goes as we come out of these doors here and start round 2 and see if Ratmokers can respond.
Crispy looking for an early pick here.
It's time to spin my web.
Not sure if he sees
Doesn't
it
look like
yet.
he's gonna get it. There is a Pharah looking, and she is gonna climb over that other side. Gonna have to see if she
Yeah, but
she gets so
immediately
low!
falls to Geo. Geo with the shot of his life right there. And Crispy looking to kill Executing on the Sana, but is just missing his shots right now.
And Makumi is still committing to this Pharah, even though he just got absolutely domed. And Cuddle is backing up, trying to respect the Widow presence, but they don't want to give up.
They just gave the hype for free.
Yeah, they did give that up. They're gonna look to try to hold this corner, hopefully. But you did let the Widow get set up on height now. That's not good.
Yeah, and the Pharah. So if you're on the side of Cuddle Puddle, you need to take map control here. Like, you have a Frey. She is a little bit more mobile. Put her on the staircase. Put her on something. But, I mean,
Brook is getting
Railgun is
dangerously
antied
low,
1
but the
HP.
ulti's coming out. Yeah, I mean, cooldowns after cooldowns are coming out. Just trying to see. No one's really died yet this fight. Just trying to see who can get who and what. I feel like it's just a catch and bait game right now. And for whatever reason, Ratmoker's back
Andoru
up.
falls 1 HP. Andoru does fall, though.
Yeah,
So, I
he's
mean...
gonna fall. And we do see
Yeah.
the Nano coming up here soon. Geo getting
Geo's
very
1
dangerously
HP.
low.
Geo
They don't kill
somehow
him, he gets around
survives
the
that.
corner.
Brook
And
kills
somehow-
Monkumi.
What? Brook kills the Pharah. Even though he's antied, he still has armor to keep him up and healthy. He is going to stay alive here. We are going to see Vinci coming up on that Nano soon. We're going to see what they can get done
Yeah,
with it. And Geo is 1 HP, and he lives again. Nobody can kill this man. He is the boogeyman right now.
Yeah, Crispy with a good shot on Geo, but couldn't quite finish him here. And so, I think you guys start looking at this Widow here. Like, they did slow the Widow. The Widow is 1 HP, but the Ana just keeps healing. Geo
Keeps
trying to
going,
get
and
something
Brook
out of the
just
air
woke
here.
up from a nap on the point. Ultimates are going to be coming out soon here. Surely, Makumi is far behind on that barrage ult because he just can't poke without taking a ton of damage. We're going to have to see.
Yeah,
who goes
Bola
first,
is
and
out.
Geo's
Geo does
fine.
fall, but it
Somebody
kills
trade.
Crispy.
He does trade.
Nano's
We
out
see
on
Puddle.
both teams
Nano's
here.
Out. Yes, and Brook is looking to trade on the back line, and he is popping his ult. This is a Brook legacy game. Where has
Nutter
this
Butter
tank
kills
been?
Barbecue Chicken.
I mean, where has this been all literally summer showdown?
Yeah,
I mean,
and they get the
only-
staggers here. That Far's 1 HP, and Dora gets
Oh,
the
they get it.
kill. So now you have 2 staggers on the side of Ratmokers, and it looks like Cuddle Puddle is just being server admin and taking control of this game.
I mean, this has been Brook all over. I mean, Geo and Endorio have had moments, but Brook has just been wreaking havoc on this backline. Ultimates are coming up on the side of Cuddle Puddle. Kind of. You're going to be a little bit behind, but I mean, you have to imagine Endorio is
Yeah,
going to
but
shoot
that
the score out
bomb-
of this guy.
I think you have to use the Bob here early, get him on the engage, and then you have Juno for the mid fight.
That would be
But you
an
gotta
ideal
watch out
cycle.
for Far ult though.
Yeah,
How can
Far-
Makumi get onto the backline to use Far ult? That's the question. Looks like he's trying to go for it, but can't quite.
I just don't think he's going to be able to cover the space, and Railgun looking to try to do whatever he can, but Bob, just like you said, is coming out early, looking to displace him. It does get antied, it does get slept, but it is awake,
Yeah.
and Brook is looking to keep it healthy. He puts a shield in
And
front
Far
of
ult
him, and they
is
waste.
out for the Bob.
They used Far ult for the Bob, and Railgun's going to look to press the trigger on that ult button, and Doryu nice and healthy alive, and we are going to see the Juno.
Yeah,
ult
he's
come
looking to
out
kill this Juno. This
on
Juno
the side.
is low though. Brook
He is
does kill the
coming
Ana.
out. I mean, this is just disaster for Ratmilkers. What was supposed to be a good fight ended up going south, and your only saving grace is that barbecue chicken saves the Juno ult, but Geo coming up on another Freya ult, and look at swapping to the pickle. He's pulling a pickle. He's going ball.
I think you have to at this point in the game. Like, you're 10 seconds away from losing this map. You have Geo with a Freya ult here. You have a Juno ult, so you have to just contest the point here.
They are looking to contest, and I mean, the far is in the sky, but Brook doesn't have to look at it. Geo can pop this ult however he sees fits, whenever he sees fits. Barbecue Chicken not wanting to give up this point, looking to go forward with the Juno ult. W.
Geo does use the ult.
Crispy!
Barbecue Chicken is one,
It doesn't even matter,
but
the
can't
Makumi
quite. But the
getting
ball is
low.
anti. Ball is 1 HP.
Ball's
Ball
one who's gonna
falls.
fall, and Brook is gonna pop this annihilation and get everybody off this point. Beautiful sleep from Vinci to try to change the fight, but you slept him on the point. So
Execute, he does fall, but Brook is very healthy here. Brook is
Yes,
killing.
he is gonna stay alive,
Oh.
but Crispy
And
and
Doru.
Doryu, it is a 1v1
Who's gonna
on the
win this?
point
Who's
for
gonna
this
win?
point. It looks like
Oh,
Vinci's gonna come
me
up
and
on
Shay.
top.
She just clutched up.
Oh, and by the skin of their teeth.
Oh,
Ratmokers
Geo
gotta
does get the
move
final kill
on.
though, but Ratmokers, they do stay alive, and I don't know about you, Vert, but my heart's pounding. I couldn't take that.
I could
Both
not
teams
take it.
could
I
have
didn't like
easily
it.
won that.
Yeah, but I mean the heroics from Vinci. You just slept Brook long enough for the other team to go falling, and then he wins the 1v1 versus Andoryu. I mean, just beautiful hero plays on the side of Vinci. But now you have no ultimates, so it's like a catch-22.
Yeah, Vianche is 1 HP. Sitting on the cart here, I think if your Ratmoker supports, you do have to set up on the high ground.
Oh!
And Doru does kill Crispy immediately. Monkumi is 1 HP.
Yeah,
Vianche
I have a
does fall.
feeling that Cuddle Puddle saw my tier list this morning and they took it to heart because Andoryu is having a legacy game right now on this Ash. And Brook is just going to walk forward after getting such beautiful kills. And I mean, it feels like the momentum is starting to go into the favor of Cuddle Puddle here.
Yeah, and they get the stagger on Railgun here. Cuddle Puddle is doing a great job of just making Ratmokers just keep like walking in one by one.
hold on. We're seeing some swaps here. What's going on?
Swap into the has here. I think Ratmokers is trying to get on top of, like, maybe the Ana here, maybe the Juno, just sit on top of him. But Andoru does come back with a Bob, so that's going to be very dirty on the side of
He's going to use Bob in his
Ratmokers
place,
here.
and that's honestly a beautiful Bob. They do try to
Crispy is
wall it
1
off.
HP. Monkumi does kill Andoru, though. Crispy does
But
fall
there
to
is
Brook.
no cooldowns left on the side. It's going to be an even exchange.
There's a
What a
sleeping Genji.
sleep! What a
Does fall
sleep,
Nutter
goes back
Butter.
down. Yes, exactly.
It's
And I
just-
mean, this Has is looking to try to just cause havoc in the backline, but the Nano to save Execute onto Brook is going to secure this fight. And I mean, they're going to get barbecue chicken on the way out. And Brook, I mean, I feel like I've talked about it
Brook
all
is
game.
just destroying the lobby on this Ram right now.
Yeah,
like, if
legacy
you-
game.
If you're in the sight of Brook, you are gonna die. We saw Brook nearly win the point by himself, but just fell one just shot from losing. But now,
Yeah.
Ratmokers, you have 20 seconds to touch the point. What is your game plan? Because Puddle has a ton of ults here.
Yeah, they could just drop it however they see fit. Railgun is looking to try to close whatever distance is there. Geo could be deadly when he pulls his trigger, and Brook still has that ultimate. It looks like Puddle could decide to go whenever. And Execute's gonna
Monkumi gets
go
an
down
early
low.
pick, though.
Oh no, this is trouble, but we are in OT, so you could just die onto
Yep.
the point and go ahead and reset.
Brook
It looks
is
like
left
this Puddle
alone.
is good.
Geo does get staggered here. And now Ratmokers, they get another cheeky fight win. It is OT, though. If you're Puddle, you have 3 ults here.
The Kitsune Rush did come out. So the bad news for Puddle there is that because of that fight, they ended up building ultimates. Now you have to consider using some of those ultimates defensively if you want to win this. But I mean, I think this is still very winnable for Ratmokers, and they could hold this here.
Yeah,
Or they
I mean,
could-
traditionally,
Big wall.
but we
Big
do see a
ult, and
has ult,
can't
and they
even
may not be able to
touch.
touch. The Juno here, they do touch. Alter,
Big anti coming out, and the Juno ult is going to be.
I see shapes and colors right now. There's so many stuff going on.
So many colors all over the place, but Brook is sized and healthy with that armor. He's just sitting on with Annihilation, but the damage from Ratmokers might be too much to overcome.
Yeah,
However, big
let's
swap
go on.
from Brook. He's just going nuts, and he
The
knows
Curie
that
is
the
1.
Caesar
Crispy is
kills
1
too.
HP as well.
It is
Brook,
a 1v1
Brook, don't lose.
on the point again, and
No,
Brook
it's just a
does not
tank
wanna fall
1v1. Who's
to
gonna
the
get there
ram.
soon?
I don't know who's going to kill there, but it does look like
Geo swap to the Tracer.
It's going to be good. I don't even know what's happening anymore.
Geo, stop looking at that tank. Go for the healthy Juno.
No, Geo might have sold there, but
But-
the
but
hack from his
Railgun's
way
1
back
HP.
in,
No,
and
it's
it's
just
a
the Juno.
C9 to win the point, and Puddle by the skin of their teeth and a lot of dominance are going to tie up this series.
I just want to make it, just saying it right now, I'm not the only one that does it, so thank you, Ratmokers.
There have been a lot of C9s on the side of everyone. But
Yeah, but well, what a fight by
Matt.
Brook here right here. I think we talked about it right here. He nearly won this fight just by himself.
yeah, I have to agree. Exactly. I mean, what do you think was the difference maker there for Puddle versus what Ratmokers was looking to do?
I mean, traditionally, Ratmokers, if you look at their team comps and what they've played, they want to just bunker the point right now. But you can't bunker the point on Escort, because if you do, you just lose the map control. So,
Yeah.
just
Would have
Ratmokers,
to agree.
yeah, Ratmokers just has to find a way to stop Puddle in their tracks. And Puddle just, they were able to just walk on Ratmokers the entire game. Ratmokers,
Yeah.
you can't keep relying on trying to get the overtime touches here. You just can't. And Puddle was doing a great job of just forcing them to get picked off one by one into the
Yeah.
eventual overtime, like, whatever that was. I don't even have words for it.
I don't even have words for it either, but Puddle starting to look like the Puddle of legend that everyone has talked about. That was just a Brook and Doryu legacy game. I mean, Nutter Butter on the Juno, I feel like I never even saw him die, to be honest. I mean, I know he probably did, but I didn't see it often. Always so
Yeah, I looked
healthy.
at the scoreboard once, and I think all of Puddle had like 2 deaths at one point, and I see a couple people on Ratmokers with like 10, 11, 12 deaths. Like, that's just not good if you want to win the team fights. Yeah, you can make it close, but Puddle, they're living almost every single fight killing people.
Yeah, have to agree. But we are going to take a little bit of a break since we are at the halftime. We'll be back in just 5 minutes on the other side. Ratmokers going to have to figure out what to change. They do get the map pick or the hero ban. We'll be back. You will not want to miss us on the other side. See you then. and gentlemen, welcome back to what is turning into quickly one of my favorite games I've watched. It's Vert here with Pickle, my prod goat, and we are back to map 3 of Saravasa of Cuddle Puddle versus Ratmilkers round 1 in the playoffs. Winner does go on to that semis. We're going to Saravasa. That was Ratmilkers' pick. Cuddle Puddle ended up banning the Venture. Ratmilkers banning the Juno. We do have some substitutions. Pizza Bot coming in for Brooke, and Gojo coming back in for Barbecue Chicken.
I mean, I am interested to see what Pizza Bot is going to play. If I am going to assume anything, it's going to be something crazy like a Diva or a Reinhardt. But, you know, he might be playing the Hazard because I have seen the Pizza Bot Hazard and it's done wonderful things. But Ratmilkers, I mean, Nutter Butter was just carrying the game on that Juno. Something none of us have seen. And it showed. So I think Cuddle Puddle, they've been cooking up stuff in their back pocket. They saw Vert's rankings and they're like, surely we gotta beat Checkmate. Like Checkmate just got eliminated. Come on, we have to be higher than them.
Yeah, surely. But I don't even know what to add. However, we do have ours coming in for the chat, so we are going to be going in. This might be a map 5 series, and I do say off stream, you know, Ratmilkers banning the Freya, not realizing they couldn't ban the same hero, decided to go for the Juno ban. I think that tells us they don't like Geo's Freya right now, Pickle. They don't like it. Not at all.
Yeah, I mean, Geo was carrying the lobby, but this map, like, you could run the Freya, but it's notorious for just like brawl and like kind of half brawl, half dive comps. And so I think Cuddle Puddle, if you go the Hazard Genji comp, like, oh, and we got a pause.
We're going to have a pause because it's a prod diff. I messed up, LOL. The Lucio was not available. I forgot to undo bans. I'll take accountability. Anyway, so we are fixing that. We'll be going back in just a moment. Fixing the bans real quick. But yeah, as you were saying.
Well, I mean, I kind of lost my train of thought because it's not on me for a prod diff, it's on Vert. So
yeah, it's on me. That's what I'm saying.
Can I get W Pickle Prod in the chat?
W Pickle Prod. Are you on Geico or Allstate?
Ooh, I think you gotta go State Farm.
True. What about Progressive? Like a good neighbor. Progressive is there. You don't like Progressive?
Dude, Flow freaks me out, man. Like,
for real.
I wake up in the middle of the night, cold sweat, and then Flow, they're going, you can save on a home and auto.
What is this? The Pizza Bot Junker Queen. I don't think I've ever seen this. Have you seen this? I don't think I've ever seen this.
If I'm kind of liking this Cuddle Puddle comp right now, but
I love it. But
side of Ratmilkers, I mean, we've seen the ball a couple of times. Like we heard Death Blossom ran ball on this map.
The Queen.
Checkmate ran ball, but now we're seeing the Queen mirror. So I'm gonna. Queen's not necessarily meta, but a lot of the teams in the Summer Showdown have been running Queen because Queen is still a very good tank. Checkmate ran it last night. Blackout tried to match it, and now we're trying to see who's going to be the better Queen comp here.
Yeah, we do see a crucial difference. Akiriko coming out for Ratmilkers over the Moria, and it looks like they just want to play fast, shouting into the back line, but they're going to meet a healthy Railgun on the other side. And I mean, early Suzu out for Vinci, they could go up on it if they want, but Mukuni getting poked out from the side, and that skill orb is going to cause a lot of trouble here. Mukuni, no deflect, just looking
but Doru falls immediately to Railgun's axe, and now you got Geo in the back line here.
Suzu is out again. I mean, it just feels like it is just a scrap on the point. I will say Geo is going down here, and Ratmilkers did get the early contest, or the early point, so it is going to look like that is going to be it there. Interesting rotation on the side of Cuddle.
Yeah, I think if you want to get this Mario working, you have to all go at once, and you gotta throw the skill orb in while you're going. If not, the Ratmilkers, they just have more sustain. They have more viable sustain just because you have the Kiri just constantly healing. Now, like, we see V and Shay almost with a Kitsune, like, same with Executi, like, you have support ults coming up right here, but Andoru only has 25% towards his ult, and Crispy almost has a Noon. So
yeah, I think I would much rather prefer, but Railgun going low, dangerously, having to pop that scissor, having to pop the shout, everything in the front door coming out. But so many people are alone on the side of Cuddle Puddle. We are going to see Executed using that Moria, and
Andoru does kill Railgun, but Andoru does fall immediately after.
No
High Noon is gone on the side of Ratmilkers.
Yeah, and Gio is going to clean up on Vinci here, and it's just a scrap on the point. It is a 4v5 at the moment, but Beat is coming out
Oh,
as the
the
Queen ult comes
beat.
out. Blade as well.
Totoro
Crispy going to
Gojo
claim.
lead though.
I mean, it's just all Cuddle Puddle on the point right now, but Akumi is dashing in, not wanting to give it up. She's probably looking to die on the point. It is 99 to 99, and Dory going to barely outlive, and they should chase this. I mean, they're down, and it looks like they're going to try to do that. I mean, get them out. I mean, yeah, chase, walk, go kill them, kill things.
And Dory's kind of struggling on this Reaper pick right now because he just gets poked out every single engage. Now the side of Ratmokers, they're just walking in, and now they're going to take this 3v5 and should easily win this. Nutbutter does end up falling to Railgun here, and so now it's just a staggered fight, and now you have Ratmokers going to take the point. We mentioned this a few times earlier. If we get to a point where Ratmokers has the point, they do such a good job bunkering point. That's going to be incredibly hard. And Dory,
It is
though,
gonna be
you
really
got to
hard
find
for
something,
you.
man. You are 50% on your first ult. Crispy has his second ult now. You got to find something,
Logan
man.
is going to get low. They are going to walk in, and they're going to chase it.
Here comes a blade. Suzu is out.
Suzu is out, and Vinci is one. Crispy going to claim the life of Executing, but it might not matter as Adoryu is going to get Gojo, and they're going to look to clean up here. And I mean, as you were mentioning, I feel like that was the most we've seen Adoryu involved in a fight since we started on this region.
Yeah, and he's still yet to build an ult, but you know, you do have Ripper ult coming up now. They still have High Noon, they still have Queen ult. Point is still yet to be unlocked. Ratmokers is now starting to walk back. So it's like, what do you want to accomplish if you're Puddle?
I mean, you just have to look to try to build ults to try to match what the offensive power from Ratmokers is going to come. It looks like that's what they're trying to do, but early shout force from Pizza Bot that is going to give Railgun everything that he needs to walk with his Queen ult. Beat could be big on the side of
Yeah, Beat is out,
early,
and
that Death Blossom is out.
And the Blossom is forced back.
Anyone.
Queen ult only gets one, and it's Nutter Butter.
Crispy going to claim the life of Endoryu with that High Noon. Executor can pull the trigger on that Moria, but not going to. Suzu is out on the side of Vinci. It's not going to matter. It looks like they are going to look to just die on point. If you're Puddle, you're not upset at that fight, but you might want a couple of ultimates back.
Yeah, and Doru, you saw the vision, but I think it was just too telegraphed right now. Like, they saw it coming. Shout out to Gojo, immediately booping the Blossom out of the way. But now it's Puddle, what are you going to do? You only have Moira building up another queen. But, you know, Monkumi does have a blade. They do have a beat. So it's like, how are you going to fight this?
You might have to look to try to use the Coalescence for it, but Fade forced early. That could be a big mistake. And Gojo, like I said, we have the beat for Pizza Bot's personal Queen ult, potentially. It is wrapping up to 45 to 60% here on the point. Geo looking to get some early deflect damage, almost coming up on that blade, and they're popping the Coalescence early, forcing out that
Pizza
beat,
Bot,
and that is
you gotta be a
huge ult. I mean, it is going to, I mean, but actually, no, that was a big ult. I actually think it was huge. I don't know.
I mean, good job on the side of Puddle for getting onto the point. You had to use 2 ults for that one beat, but, you know, you're glad to use it. Geo does have the blade for Monkumi, so, you know, I think we'll see probably both blades pop this fight. And ultimately,
there's
it's
no
just...
answer on the side of either of them. There's no beat available.
Yeah, and, I mean, might be able to build a noon, maybe Kiriko, here's some... You have that going if you're a Ratmoker fan, but honestly, who gets the better blade? I think that's
like Geo's going to look to touch now, looking for that Lucio, getting him so low, he appears to lose him.
Yeah, but
Looking to try
Monkumi
to
is
pick
in the
up
background here,
Vinci.
pops his own blade, Geo falls, and Rogan does end up building his ult this fight, and wow.
Rogan ended up using his ultimate, and that is trouble for the side of Puddle. You're all going to want to die and try to get back as quick as possible. You might not even have a touch here in this point. Might have just slipped through the fingers of Puddle. They just lost track of Vinci. She was 1 HP that entire time, and she didn't even ult.
Yeah.
She had no Suzu, she had nothing, and Puddle is going to let this go. Try to go next, but that's got to be a hard one.
Yeah, and honestly, credit to Ratmokers right there. Monkumi, you saw everyone going up top, decided to go behind, give back shots, and pull out the blade.
We are seeing our Genji giving back shots in the big 2-5. Puddle is going to have an ultimate here.
Yeah, early knife on Nutbutter right here, but does end up playing safe, and so now, if you're a Ratmoker fan, you have 2 ults to use. They look to just take this rotation here.
Point him out. I mean, I believe Point is currently in front of us, so I'm not sure what that rotation was. They're going to get that early Point presence, but it looks like they're trying to set up for a consuming rush here from Vinci. They're going to let Cuddle Puddle cap this for free.
Howdy.
Yeah, I would expect to see Crispy high noon on high ground here, and Cuddle Puddle is looking to get on top of him here.
Yeah,
Crispy
and he
does fall
just-
1
he
HP.
gets
Suzu
everything
is
in
out.
the front door. Holy cow! The peel is insane from Ratmokers. They gave him the TP.
Nutter
Suzu,
Butter
they gave
falls,
him
and Crispy
Shadow
kills
after-
a ton.
They just gave him everything. That's your win con. That's your win con. Get down, Mr. President, and just keep him up.
I mean, you can
Bro,
almost treat this as a last dance if you're a side of Ratmokers, because rumors are saying that Crispy is gonna unfortunately leave the team after the summer showdown. So
I know what
will
the
this be
rumors
a
are, but,
1996
who knows?
Chicago Bulls? Who
Who
knows?
knows? Who knows? But Crispy, I mean, yeah, trying. They gave him shout. They gave him speed. They gave him, I mean, everything in the front door. Executing already low, having to pop that fade before the fight even starts. So much poke damage on the side of Cuddle. On the side of Ratmokers. Ultimates are coming up on both sides of the team, but we can't even get past this corner because we're just getting so
Yeah.
low. The double
If
shot.
I'm Andori
is
here, you need to
big.
pop the Blossom before they get beat.
You gotta pop it, and that's looking like what he's going to do. He claims
Andori
to.
kills both supports.
This
And now
one
who's the
looks
target
to
here?
be more promising than the other. They're gonna jump onto Crispy here and to Railgun, gonna get him out. We did see
Yeah,
Kitsune
watch
come
the
out.
step here. Yeah.
No
They
stagger.
ultimately get group respawn here, but yeah.
I mean, yeah, but ultimates. I mean, look at him, bro. Holy cow. There's gonna be a lot
Yeah.
of ultimates for Ratmokers here.
Yeah.
And Cuddle.
I mean, I think you want to take this fight before Railgun builds his ult. He does have it now, so it's. I mean, you do
What
have
you
both
use
beats,
beat
so
for if
this
you're
isn't.
Nutter Butter? What do you beat for? I mean, Pizza Bot doesn't even want to let them beat. They're going forward with that ultimate. A bit of a
Yeah.
miscommunication.
I think you got to beat now if you're.
Because Pizza is just dead, and then the late beat comes out to try to play heroics, but Nutter Butter's got to run for his life. Everyone's so low, and Akumi's gonna track him down.
Andori's trying to fight Railgun on point here, and I think that beat has to come out sooner. I think as soon as Pizza Bot falls 1 HP, you gotta pop it, like, or even 25% of his health. You gotta
We're gonna
pop
see
it. And I think
Zarya's
Nutter Butter
drop
just.
come out. I mean, there's some excellent staggers coming out, and they could take this map here. We should get a touch. I mean, hopefully, I imagine we get a touch. We should get a touch here. We are going to get it, but Crispy popped that high noon right now on the point. He is going to claim the life of Nutter Butter here. Oh, but he lives narrowly, and he dies somehow. Suzu out, and so
Pizza Bot
Goku
just-
is going to be low, and Pizza Bot just needs to stay alive. He's not as healthy. Vinci looking 1 HP. I mean, it is a 2v2 on the point, but the Queen is alive. Executing, using that fade. Geo trying to clean up, but it's just,
Execute,
I mean,
you
it's
stop
just too
trying
much.
to fight this. Heal your Genji.
Execute is still alive. I mean, but the Queen is so won. It is actually a 2v1 on point.
But that's a
They are gonna win
huge
this.
stagger.
A huge stagger, but it does look like that Crispy and Goku are not Goku. Wow, Goku? GG's. Gojo
Wrong anime,
is
Bert.
Yeah, wrong anime, but they are gonna let it go. Pizza Bot getting on and killing 3. The Zarya could be big here.
Yeah, I think people are sleeping on the Pizza Bot Zarya. I've seen it a few times, and it's something not to joke around about. Like, you know, you have the bubbles for Geo here if you want to engage, and now you have the Moral in your back pocket.
Yeah, but it does look like Railgun's looking to press his issue, going with the shout engage, going in, and Gojo, wow, Jesus Christ, Gojo is in there. Geo dangerously low, Suzu forced, Railgun is one, and they get no support. This is falling apart for the side of Ratmokers, and Cuddle Puddle is getting back in this and executing, just popping the cooldown.
Yeah, Execute said, you know what, I was going to use it this fight. I don't need to use it. I'm going to use it.
Is that the mind of a Moria player?
Dude, I don't know. There's not many of them around anymore. Execute being the top dog right now, so I mean, who knows? But I mean, you have 2 ults on the side of Cuddle Puddle right now. You have a Blossom, you have a Blade. Which one's going to be used? Looks like Blossom.
It's gonna be the bubble Blossom.
It's
Suzu out. Kitsune is negated again. That was a beautiful play from the side of Cuddle Puddle. I don't know if we saw it on screen, but they forced the deflect out from the Genji, and then it was go time.
Yeah, I mean, we were kind of dogging on Endoru at the start here, but I think he's found his pattern here. He's going mid-fight instead of early on, and it's just, it's so. I'm at a loss for words, man.
Vinci is getting so bullied on this Kiriko that she's just deciding to go for the swap to bat. But as I say that, Crispy trying to come alive, realizing that this
Pizza Bot is 1 HP.
Pizza Bot is gonna fall low. Railgun's gonna claim the kill. Geo
Immortality is big.
And that's just going to be it. But they are going to get these kills, but they're not going to get the point until about 95%.
I mean, honestly, probably 99 now, because Execute came in for the last second touch.
big stall. A lot of ultimates coming up on both sides. Who do you think is going to go first?
I think you're going to see a grab here. I think you need a grab before they try to queen ult here. You have
do
Blade
see
as
a wide
well, and
rotation.
you have Beat, so I mean, ultimately I think you gotta go first if you're Cuddle Puddle. Use one ult, see if you can burn 3.
Yeah, and Executing is almost up on that coalescence. We've seen what they've been so good at, and they're just putting
Yeah, they're going
everything
aggro here. They've
forward.
used it
Oh,
immediately.
there it is. Beat is out, High Noon is out, it claims the life of 2. Geo does not want to give this up, but you're already down 2. I think
Yeah,
you just
now
gotta claim
Monkumi pops the Blade, and now all of a sudden
Right.
you pop two ults, and you only
And
get.
Nutter Butter. Huge
I mean,
heads up play.
ultimately,
He saves that beat.
yeah. Ultimately, I mean, Cuddle Puddle used 2 ults to force out 3. Now you only have Queen ult coming up. You have a Beat, you have a Moira. So I think Cuddle Puddle, if you cycle these ults right, you will win. But
We do
it's
gotta
going to be
look to try to
super
get a touch
hard.
here. It is gonna be looking stuff, and Vinci already falling so low, and
Geo
Geo taking the lobby into his hands. But there's no more beat on the side for Cuddle Puddle. They gotta look to use his coalescence, but Executing is
Yeah.
falling so low, and everything is just falling apart, and they're not gonna get the bear touch.
And Dora's 1
Puddle's
HP.
coming out, and everyone is so low. It's going to kill the life of Gojo. PizzaBot is dead. There's nothing left. Nutter Butter trying to hit the rollout, seeing all those.
And Dora's 1 HP. And Dory kills 1. And Dory kills 2. The Beat comes in.
The beat comes in just in time, and it is all falling apart now for the side of Ratmilkers. Railgun is getting so
No.
low. Vinci is so low. It's still even on this fight. Do not see 9, please. Someone hold this point. PizzaBot almost back on the Ryan, and I mean, hopefully this
Gojo's
should be
back in.
cleanup. Yeah, this should be a
Pizza
cleanup.
Bot on the Rhine.
Yeah. I mean, I'm losing brain cells. This is so close, Pickle. What a matchup.
Secured.
Dude, I mean,
Flashpoint.
Nutter Butter falling so early there. I saw Andoru looking at Crispy there. Crispy falls, and I'm like, okay, it's kind of winnable. Then they kill another one. I'm like, it's kind of winnable. And then Rogan was kind of holding his own. I'm like, oh no, oh no. Nutter Butter walks in, beats, and it's like, oh yeah.
He went. I mean, we see our first counter pick of the night. Railgun coming in on the Ramatra here, and Doryu looking to see if he can go 3 for 3 on these Death Blossoms. He is setting up for it, looking what he can get. PizzaBot going to slam in. He might pay for it.
1 HP, and then Doru immediately falls.
Yeah, that was a beautiful slow from Railgun.
Yeah, I mean, I think we talked about it earlier. I think if you want to go for these Death Blossoms, you gotta go mid-fight. You can't do it first because Crispy is looking for him. Now you have 3 ults on the side of Ratmilkers here. Probably Window is going to be used first and Blade on the second. So now your ult economy, if you're the side of Cuddle Puddle, it looks really bad, but Executing. I swear she's built a Moira ult every single fight.
Yeah, literally every fight, the Moria has always been her specialty here. We are going to see.
Yeah,
them
Crispy
look
is
this
1
up
HP,
early.
kills Geo. Now if you're
Here's Geo.
Cuddle, you just gotta get out. And this is looking really bad.
It is
I-
looking bad. I mean, I think I would have stayed that Zarya. If it wasn't broken, then you shouldn't fix it. PizzaBot not typically known for his RAM, trying to do his best Brook impression. But yeah, I mean, like you mentioned, the ult economy is kind of slipping through the cracks. You got to play for a kill here, but they're taking a long rotation, and Radmilkers caught up on it early, and we're in final fight territory.
Yeah. I mean, PizzaBot is no slouch on the RAM either, but Brook is just incredible. Geo does pop the blade, forces immortality. Geo is 1 HP though, can't break the immortality yet. Falls to Crispy, and Doru on the high ground here. Look, tries to kill 2, but ends up falling as well. Now it's just 2 people on the point, and Ratmokers is gonna take this.
Yeah, Ratmokers is going to win this map, and I don't know if it was the late heroics from Ratmokers to stay in that game, or if it was the last minute swaps on the side of Cuddle that cost them, because you were bringing it back. But regardless, Ratmokers is going to take this a serious point, and our next map is going to be hybrid, and that one's got to sting.
I
That was
mean,
a bad map for Vinci, though. She
Vi-
said
yeah.
already bench me.
yeah, Vianche already trying to take the seat on the bench, trying to get the cup of water ready. But I don't think it's that big of a deal, to be honest, because you won the map. Who cares about deaths? I mean, do we want to say it? Vianche had 9 deaths. Congratulations, you had 1 more than the rest of your team.
Yeah, indeed. Now we are swapping over to hybrid. It is going to be Cuddle's pick. I already see them eagerly typing in chat, so I'm not even going to ask.
I think it screams row.
You think it's Scrims Row? You think we? I don't know though, because wait, Ram can be banned again because Cuddle Puddle banned the Ramatra. Ratmilkers did not.
I mean, if you're the side of Cuddle Puddle, do you want to take first ban a tank so Brook has the flexibility on whatever map to run?
I mean,
Because if it's Nubani, you could run Pizza Bot or Brook here. Both are good options, and if you ban the tank, you have your tank for free.
yeah, I just think they're gonna want to go to a hybrid map where Brook can just go crazy on that Ramatra. But the thing is, Ramokers map, and they're picking Numbani. You were correct. We're going to Numbani here. They know that the Ram ban is looming, and they don't want to quite give it up just yet. If you're Rat Milkers, what do you look to ban here?
If I'm Rat Milkers, I think you ban Winston and you force either the Pizza Bot Diva or Call Me Crazy. I have seen Brooks Diva. It is salvageable.
Yeah,
But I mean,
and his
both can
monkey
swap to the
is
has
very
here.
good.
So yeah, both can swap to the has. So I mean, ultimately, it's do you want Winston? Do you want Diva? That's what you're going to end up fighting for.
And I mean, like the Brook on the monkey is nothing to slouch at, and at the very least, even if you can't play monkey, you can swap to a different take on New Bonnie. There's a lot of places you can look, but it looks like they don't want to deal with the Pizza Bot Diva. They're gonna ban it, which is gonna force a Winston
Wow.
play here. That is interesting.
I think Winston's just better on this map. I mean,
I agree.
okay, if I'm Rat Milkers right here, this is what I'm thinking. You ban the Diva so you can run has. I've seen Motion play the has, I've seen Railgun play the has, but Cuddle Puddle, they banned the Pharah. That
Alright.
makes sense. You know, they banned the Diva, you're probably thinking, oh, they want to run Pharah. Monkumi's a great Pharah. So you want to just get that out of the way. I think Gio knows he can probably beat Monkumi on the Genji. They're both equally talented. My
Yeah.
question is, can Endoru keep it going on the Ash here?
Yeah, exactly. And they're just going to get rid of that Farah presence already. We are going to see Brook come in for Pizza Bot here. He's probably going to run the Winston here. Here's the thing, though.
Yep.
Cuddle wins this map, and we go to push for our map 5. Do Rat Milkers look to keep the first ban to ban the Ramatra preemptively? Or do you got to pick a map pick? Because, I mean, what if they just pick a map pick where Pizza Bot could come out and run like something crazy, like the Zarya? I mean, he was frying him. I don't know why he swapped.
Honestly, I think. I mean, if you pick map pick and you pick Esperanza, if you're Cuddle, that that's flexibility for you for so much. Like you can run the Diva, you can run the Malga as we've seen against the Solar matchups. You can run the Ram. There are so many things you can run on Esperanza. New Queen Street, I think if you pick New Queen Street, you don't have first ban. So now Cuddle can just ban Doomfist or something, save the Ram pick, and just beat you guys. So I think if you're the side of Rat Milkers, I think you
Yeah.
just gotta keep the first ban.
Yeah, as we say that though, we are going into what could be our 4th and final map, unless Puddle keeps their cool and bring it back. I mean, they almost brought that map back down 2-0 on Suravasa. Just unfortunate decisions made last minute that kind of held them back here. They are going to get the attack here again, so we have to imagine. I mean, assuming we're going to see that Winston.
Yeah, I assume so as well. I mean, I think if all else fails, you'll probably see a hazard mirror by both teams, but I would expect to see the Winston.
Ready
Find
for
my
battle.
own path.
Yeah. Interesting composition here. Vinci trying to get back onto the Kiriko, a comfort pick. I mean, it just felt like Pizza Bot, Gio, and Endoria were just abusing Vinci pretty much all map. Suravasa. Why we saw the BAP swap. I wasn't a huge fan of it, but I don't feel like Puddle capitalized on the BAP swap as well as they could have.
We do see the hazard on the side of Rat Milkers, and we do see the Freya on the side of Rat Milkers as well. So I think they're trying to burn this Winston engage here and do a counter engage on their own. So Gio, can you keep doing your thing on the Genji, or do you have to match the Freya and just get rid of the Genji? That's just my question for this game.
Gio matching the Freya would be a scary sight to see, but we do see a semi-full dive, executing not wanting to play the Kiriko, knowing that it's not their best pick. So just going to go for the Ana, going to go for the nades here. Not sure how effective it's going to be going into the Kiriko of Vinci, who's been pretty good all series long considering what happened last map. Brook setting up for a dive engagement here. He has no bubble, looking to try to play those corners, but I mean, the spam damage is just proving to be too much already, and he's just having to back out.
They're requiring a lot from Executor right now, and Executor is sitting on that low ground. Brook is playing out of her LOS, but Brook is trying to contest that prayer right now.
Gonna get healed up by Nutter Butter as best he can. He is gonna back out, and I mean, yeah, it's just gonna be so. I mean, if you're Brook, how do you get into this? You can't go unless you have your bubble, and whenever you put it down, it's just getting blown up. Crispy blowing up Endoryu, and Geo getting destroyed by Makumi as well. Maybe some swaps will come through to try to help Brook out on this monkey.
I mean, ultimately, I think what you need to end up doing is you need to get your on height somehow. You can go the right side here. You can speed your on over there. You can also just try to keep forcing it main, but I mean, Brook is going to get shredded immediately. I think your DPS have to go somewhere else here. Like you cannot keep letting Crispy.
Suzu is out, and I mean I have 3 other rotations, but now Brook is the one with no cooldowns available. It looks like he was trying to bait. He is building up pretty quickly, and this is just kind of a hesitation from both sides involved. No one wants to quite go yet. But Makumi low.
Yeah, I mean, Crispy is 1 HP in the back. He's just sitting in the back for free. Someone needs to get him. Railgun gets an early pick. Nano is out on the side of Puddle, but I mean the rest of your team just dies. You get 2 kills actually, so this is still winnable. The Kiri does TP. No Suzu, the Kiri will
yeah, they're gonna get this kill here, and it looks like they're going to try to fall onto Crispy here. Somehow, some way, Puddle is turning this fight around, despite going down 0-2, and maybe the strategy from Puddle isn't so crazy after all. They just have to play more patient.
Ratmokers, what are you doing? This is so winnable for you. You keep your rotations, you just keep doing that, but you just allowed one Winston to force so many cooldowns, and you lost that point because of it.
I mean, Brook hasn't died all map yet, and he has playing into the comp of Doom, Despair, and everything unfair right now. And he's got this Primal Rage, so if he wants to end, he can.
They aren't pushing Cart in the meantime, so I don't know if Andorra's going to fall back. I don't know if they're forgetting. I think they're still going to forget. They might win this fight, but point in staying still. Geo now.
Pickle C9? I don't know what's going on. I mean, okay, there we go. Someone is now on.
I mean, but I mean, look at Puddle. They're so deep. Brook is just pulling out the Winston things. He's whipping it out right now.
Wings and everyone is low. Whipping it out is kind of crazy. Can we get a clip on that? But it doesn't matter because Puddle is going to start getting some card progress. But I mean, you could have had so much more after that play.
The big fat Winston cheeks are crushing the enemy team. So,
did you just? A lot of ultimates are coming up on both sides. What do you think is going to favor whatever?
I think you need to get a good hazard roll. As we see right here, Geo does fall. Geo is 1 HP. Railgun gets an early pick, but you are antied. Pulse is out by Endoryu, but doesn't get any. So is Beat. Now, Ratmokers, they just forced out a ton of ults for 1 hazard ult. So,
yeah, I mean, that
you also do the Beat as well, but
looking to try to match it, but Executing just died way too early, and I mean, that's just.
It's
not a good
just
fight,
Brook here.
Not a great card to see. He is going to fall short.
Yeah, Ratmokers, they won that fight only using 2 ults for Puddle's 3. So, I mean...
Yeah.
Wait, did they pop 4? Now you only have Nano here. You only have Nano here, and now Ratmokers, they have 3 ults. You just burned a bunch of ults and you lost the fight. Puddle. Lock in, guys.
They gotta lock in. Get in there and get in the coach and coach them up. Tell them to lock in. That is going to be an early Kitsune coming in from Vinci, and 2 already dead. No ults having to be expended here. Chasing them all the way to spawn. They do not want to get Nutter Butter out. Somehow he lives. I don't know if it's voodoo black magic or what, but he just got out.
I don't know if you see it right now, but there's a porch on Nubani that says Sigma. So what the Sigma?
What the Sigma indeed. Puddle looking to try to turn the corner. Maybe try to get a couple more ultimates out as they try to build their own. Nano is
There is a Nano Winston on the backline here. Monkumi is 1 HP.
Low, and Lucio is 1 as well.
And they get 2 kills immediately.
Crucially, Crispy also used that ultimate, but Puddle ended up winning that exchange. The only good thing you have going for you is that Railgun is still alive and building a ton of ult charge, getting those kills. Vinci TP's in, uses that Suzu. Surely they'll pick up on her soon, and they will. And it looks like Railgun's going to get a really late stagger.
Yeah, if I'm Vinci there, you just gotta jump off the map. Puddle has already taken down 2, and now you're in detriment of just.
Actually, they might get full cap. They're gonna get full cap.
They kept staggering, like maybe you get the Genji from above touching, but no. Oh, they do. Blade does come out. Monkumi, he's
69.
doing it. And
That's
I'm in the game.
Yeah, you
I'm in the
gotta be in the
game.
game. Someone check Ratmoker's PC to see if we have a double agent going on between casting and C9ing right now. I will say, I think Cuddle didn't stuff enough. You had 5 people on cart. You could have sent your tank and someone else to try to prevent that. You kind of got bailed out by the C9.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, just good job by Puddle realizing that Ratmoker is going too far. Geo does fall immediately though, so I mean, ultimately, like, oh wow, good sleep.
Huge sleep, but it does look like Railgun's gonna get out nice and healthy. Nutter Butter really behind on this ultimate. Brook deciding now is the time to go in. Double pulse, nothing. It's gonna find a big fat and
Beat is out though. Brook is looking to get him off the map.
He's getting bullied back here. It is a clinic from Brook. Somehow Nutter Butter is gonna find himself killed. In the midst of that, Railgun did pop his hazard. I don't know if he missed or what. That could have been a big mistake, and Cuddle was just going to look to chill. I will say Hazard's probably going to be better on this last point than the Winston.
Yeah, and I mean, both teams used 2 ults that fight, so now, like, you have a decent ult trade this fight. You have both furry ults, so it depends if it's big, but Geo just dies. I'm at a loss for words, Bert.
I am too. Apparently my mic was muted, but apparently Andoriu's gonna kill Vinci, and it looks like Execute's gonna get executed, and it doesn't look like Cuddle's gonna get anything for this fight, even though everyone was so low. I don't know where the follow-up was.
Yeah, I mean, I also think that the Frey has more angles to set up on the defense rather than the offense, and the Winston might be a little rough here. You can still do it, but man.
Yeah. And I mean, yeah, it's still winnable here, but the ultimates are definitely stacking in favor of Puddle here. Nutter Butter only has 1 beat. I mean, look how many check marks are on the side. Brook can only do so much, and Doryu's gonna have to come up big with something. Geo trying to get in this game. He's been pretty quiet this map. But Crispy's just
you do. Yeah, you have beat on the side of Puddle. They have to use it immediately for the Frey ult. Geo looking to get something done. Nutter Butter falls 1 HP. Monkumi does fall though.
Venture ult did come out on the side of Crispy. It got nothing. It did get people low. No one on point right now.
Railgun, he's just taking his fight. Nutter Butter is 1 HP. Railgun is
low. That is a 3K for Railgun. Brook's gonna have to come up huge, and his primal is so close he can stall. He does have it, but it is a 3v4 on point. He is gonna pop it, try to live, try to stall. Geo coming back on the Venture.
Cuddle, don't do it to me.
Here. He is going to get almost booped off. Railgun looking to stuff, deciding to ignore
what
the
a W
that could have
bubble.
been a mistake. I don't know. I don't think it's going to matter. I think Ratmokers is going to clean up here. And like I said, the hazard just so much better on that point. There's less angles for the Winston to take.
Yeah, and I think Crispy was just able to set up like how he did first point. If you let Crispy just set up, he doesn't even have to move around like how Geo is. He doesn't need to be an acrobat. He can just point and click.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you stop this?
The win condition is set for Ratmokers. They don't even have to finish the map. They just got to get 2 points. Puddle, you got to look to you got to make those adaptations, even if, I don't know, Brook went Orisa instead on 3rd point instead of the Winston, because the Orisa is still available. Orisa's pretty good into the hazard. I just think that, personally, Puddle, you got to stay I don't even know. I mean, this composition makes sense on paper, but it's really banking on Executing not getting run over, and I'm not gonna lie, if I'm being honest, Pickle, she had a bad point that last point there. It just felt like she was always getting picked.
Yeah, and honestly, you just gotta avoid that. But I mean, Puddle, you do see the break here to help Execute, so maybe that can help a little bit. Like Puddle does go with the hazard comp here. They realize that the Winston does feel kind of bad, so they're trying to just do what they can to just do what Ratmokers were doing. Where they're gonna see. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you got it.
No, I insist.
Okay. The Winston wasn't terrible on point A and point B. It's just point C is really hard for Winston just to get under that bridge. There's no angles to really come from. I don't know. I mean, the hazard could work here, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we see Ratmokers take this crazy rotate right here. Crispy trying to get set up, but immediately falls to Execute and Geo.
I mean, yeah, they got to call this rotation. Geo getting dangerously low, not getting any support from the
Geo
side
does
of
fall.
his
Brook
team,
is
and
1
Brook is
HP
low
as well.
They're getting the
A
heals
nade
off,
from
so
down,
he's going to
keeping Brook
live.
alive right now.
Yeah, I
And so
mean,
now,
you gotta go quicker on those rotations if you're Ratmokers. They just got
yeah,
cut off.
they're leaving Andoru just kind of to poke out right here. But now, what do you need to do? You have a Freya shooting you from the side. You have a Hazard looking to engage past your Hazard here. You have a Genji coming in from underneath. And now you just have 3 people just sitting up top. Geo's now back in the fight, looking to get onto this Genji below, but can't quite see him. Going to instead go on the Freya, but Andoru just falls. Geo falls. Now it's just the main core. Wankumi
It's just the
looking to
main
kill the
core.
Ana.
And you were exactly right. You hit the nail on the coffin. There's just too many angles for this Ana brick to look at, and that's what I was concerned about coming into this point. If Ratmokers just took a lot of angles, Netherbutter can only look so many ways before he has to cross the street. We're gonna see the. Surely we see a swap here over to the Lucio. No. Okay, we are swapping spawns. Looks like we are gonna make a swap. We are going to the Lucio here.
Yeah. I think this is better for Nutterbutter in the stance of he can. I think he's more comfortable on the Lucio. But ultimately, I would not hate it if you went a Geno. Like, probably going to get poked off immediately, but, you know, more sustain for your Hazard. Can speed. I also don't hate the Life Reaver because he can protect himself from the Freya darts.
Yeah, exactly. And there is a bit of an ult advantage coming up on the side of Ratmoker's. Kiriko ult is a big sleep from the side of Executed, going to poke that Hazard out, falling so dangerously low, already won. Not gonna get any
Yeah,
kill, and she's
Executed
gonna
does fall. No
die.
nano on the table for Puddle. They're having to back out. Their main healing source is gone. Brook trying to stay alive here.
Brook trying to stay alive. I don't know if it's trying to get that Hazard ult off or what, but he was just trying to take as much time off the point as
Yeah.
possible. But
Now
his
you have Kitsune, and
healing
now
just
just
drops.
Ratmokers is looking to just engage. Geo does fall. Nutterbutter does fall. Now Andoru does fall, and now you're just getting these staggers, and
Yeah.
it's crazy.
It's fallen apart for the side of Cuddle Puddle. You're gonna have to look to defend this third point. You don't want to go off of the Hazard because you have ults. Thankfully, you did get the Kitsune rush out, and you did get the Freyr ult out, but you still have 3 ults coming up on the side of Radmilker, so they can still push this. They still have a healthy economy. And they
Yeah,
gotta hope
Vert,
Execute
and
doesn't die.
Ratmokers has 5 minutes. You have Bob. Like, I think you need to Bob disengage right here. Bob now, Bob now.
There is no ultimate on this side to do anything.
Go
And
ult
we're
her
gonna
out.
see the Hazard ult. Okay, hopefully we stabilize here. We did stop the Makumi Blade, but Execute and is trying just to live Nutterbutter out of this fight. Brook doing everything he can to live. They use all their ultimates to win that, and Makumi didn't use the
Brook
blade.
just
And
trying to stay
Brody-
alive. He is getting LOS right now. Executing, having to get out of position to heal him.
no.
And then now
Is
you're
it his
about to get a
guy?
C9. Having to touch just barely. Execute is out of position. Getting immediately folded. Nutterbutter does fall. And Ratmokers is going to take this point.
And
Take
Ratmoker's
this
gonna
series.
Take this point in the series, and all said and done, Ratmokers is going to go on to play Death Blossoms in our semifinals map. Cut a Puddle, you looked a lot better this time around, but some of your decisions definitely came back to bite you.
Yeah, I think he hit the nail on the coffin there. Cuddle did look insanely good. I mean, you were just one really bad point away from taking that Flashpoint
To a
map.
map 5. Yeah.
Yeah. Ultimately, I think Ratmokers going with the first ban here, I think we had mentioned beforehand, was very beneficial. And so
Yeah.
now there is no map 5, and Ratmokers took the series.
Yeah, that Saravasa map is probably going to haunt them for ages to come. But this was an exciting series, and we do have an exciting thing coming up next. That is a player interview with Ratmilkers. We are going to get into the mindset of them and see what we want, see how they were able to coach this win out. We'll be back on the other side of this break. You will not want to miss it. Welcome back to what was an amazing series for our Summer Showdown Round 1 bracket game between Rat Milkers and Cuddle Puddle. We have two of them on the line for an interview here today. First off, congratulations on the win and welcome Vishay and Crispy.
Yo.
Hi. What's up, chat?
Congrats on the win. Yeah, congrats on the win. Really good game. I just got a straightforward question. Okay, you guys go on to play Death Blossoms. You lost 2-1 in the first 3. How y'all feeling about that matchup? And yeah, I mean how y'all feel about that matchup?
Personally, I am quite excited to face off with them once again because I feel like we could have performed better as a team against Death Blossom in our last matchup. So just looking forward to try and prove ourselves in that matchup once again.
Yeah, we've been trying to theory craft on some different ways to better our comp and how we attack certain ways. Especially since we were called out with not being able to handle ourselves in certain styles of play.
Coach Tool does not hold any punches, bro.
And we know what our weaknesses were, so hopefully with our prep time we'll make it a lot better of a match to watch.
Sounds good. Well, my next question is for a person in this call right now. Shay,
Oh
I want to
gosh.
know
Hi.
what was going through your mind. Circuit Royale attack, trying to get first point. There is a Juno, another Juno ult. There is a annihilation going on top. It's just you and a Freya battling for who's going to get the point. What was going through your mind?
Winnable. It's winnable till it's not. Somebody wise told me. And
Were you freaking out at all during
no,
that?
all that was going in my mind is just keeping my Freya up and then shooting enemies, making sure that we cap that point. I don't tend to panic too much in clutch situations like that, so
Yeah.
I am glad that I hit that shot and capped that point. So I'm saying.
Yeah, she says keep the Freya up. Well, when I died, I just saw blood in her eyes. She went silent and just won us that map for that point.
You gotta lock in. That's right.
Yeah, that was a chaotic fight, and we production did not know who was going to win that. And when we saw
No.
the singular Ana 1 HP standing proud on point, we were like, "Holy cow, they won it!" And then we were just
Yeah, that's
like,
crazy.
"Now they got a minute to do it again."
And I got both DPSs on Kiriko, but unfortunately we did lose that fight.
Ultimately, you guys did end up losing that fight. But my next question is, it was on that Servasa game. It's not directed at anyone, but that I think it was the fourth point where it was both 99%, and Cuddle used a bunch of ults to get onto that point. What was your game plan going into this to the next point to win?
I think it was Crispy who called that one. He basically called us all to back out, don't invest anything, and that we should just clear our heads and set up for the next point because that was what we really needed to lock in for.
Yeah, I think the immediate call was let's go and set up as fast as we can. And we got set up and we just handled it from there.
Yeah, you guys
Yeah.
looked dominant on that last point. I mean, you guys had more ultimates than Cuddle. Cuddle had swapped twice on their tank.
Mhm.
Once was Ryan, once was Ram. And so you guys just looked dominant from the start of that last point because you had like 4 ults to spare and just cycled them to perfection. So congrats to you guys
Yeah.
on there.
Yeah, congrats on the huge win indeed. And I think my final question before we let you guys give your shout outs and send you off is just, I mean, like, you guys came into this tournament as really huge underdogs. No one really knew a ton about you. You come in, you get a really good win over a very good team. Sights are set on to Death Blossoms. What are y'all's expectations? Are you guys expecting to go in there, finish this thing, and punch it to grand finals? Where do you guys think you're at as a team? And has the noise from the crowd of doubters been too much to overcome? How have y'all handled that? I mean, what's it been like? Pressure free, ton of pressure. I mean, what's the mental been?
So with the noise from the doubters, quote unquote, I honestly think that
And
was more just motivation than anything. Every time we just hear just like, oh, they can't handle this, they're just gonna get swept. I look back in our little chat and just everyone's just like, we're gonna have to show them up now. We have to show out and prove them wrong.
yeah, 100%. You
Damn
have anything
right.
to add, Shay?
No, just damn right. I mean, he said it. And
Damn right.
Crispy and I we're definitely the ones on the team who don't really get too bothered about what everybody else has to say. We're pretty self-confident, secure.
Mhm.
So we just have to say, just wait and see.
Yeah. Just wait
And
and
I do
see.
have
And
one final question. I know Vert said one final question, but I also have a final question. So I accidentally did kind of leak this, but I want to know what's going through the whole organization's minds during this. Are you guys treating this tournament as like a last dance documentary for Crispy? Because we did hear that he is unfortunately leaving Rat Milkers after this tournament. And I want to know what's kind of going through your guys' mindset for the remainder amount of games.
What was this leak?
What a leak. Well, that is for Crispy to answer. I'm sad to see him go, but hopefully we can make these last few games memorable.
Yeah, for me personally, I think it's just try to go out as with much fun as I can have with the team, just have an enjoyable moment. Um, but for what they're preparing for, I can't exactly answer or how uh, they react and such.
yeah,
Hopefully they
100%.
hopefully they cry and like such, miss me and all, but like for all I know, I could just
Well,
leave and just go like, ah, finally he's gone.
you guys have been one of the most fun, entertaining teams to watch, and I know that that will keep up as we go into the CGL season. Before we let you guys send off to go celebrate with your team and get ready for your very important semis game, are there any shout outs that you guys want to give?
Gosh. Well, shout out to our coach Jericho. All right, there's like 4 people who I personally want to shout out. All right, so we got Jericho, we got Alex, we got Sam, and we got Hammerpaw. All of
You
them.
guys got a
All the boys.
hammer? I love hammer, bro. That's where y'all are getting those strats from. Hammer's goaded for real.
For
He'll be
real.
glad to hear that.
All right. Well,
Uh,
thank you guys so much for tuning in. We are going to let you guys go ahead and send off, celebrate with your team, enjoy your night, and congrats on the win.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
All right, Pickle. Well, we have one final segment that we have to talk about. Okay, we let chat kind of take it from there for a moment, but it is our player of the match, and you and I have a bit of a disagreement about who we think it is. Who do you think it is?
Personally, I gotta go with Monkumi.
Mhm.
What about you, Vert?
Again, it's Crispy, man. I gotta go, my boy Crispy. He just felt like he took. I mean, it just felt like when it mattered most, man. I felt like when it was on the line and we were talking about big plays, he was just even on the fray on that last map. He was just diffing Geo. I mean, it was kind of a gap, low key.
Ultimately, I think my debate with Monkumi starts with this. There were so many fights that looked losable, and Monkumi just has this amazing flank, dashes into the team, gets him one shot, pops the blade, kills 4, and now it's a secured fight. Yes, Crispy, amazing kills. He would sniff someone out, like someone lurking behind the shadows, immediately pop him in the head, JFK style. But Monkumi, man, Monkumi just constantly just found ways to get the first pick and just made that fight a whole lot easier for the rest of the team.
You know what? I'm willing to make a compromise with you here. Since we can't agree on who gets player of the match, why don't we just say the player of the match is Rat Milkers first, surpassing everyone's expectations and going on to make it in the semis. Can we agree on that?
I suppose, Vert. Let's agree on that. Handshake
All
right
right,
now.
fist
Ratmoker's
shake.
on top for this game right now.
The whole team, and that was a last second prod. That wasn't planned. Shout out our prod for putting that there just now. So, but that is all that we have for tonight. We are going to move on to our semis later this week. Tomorrow, Solar Eclipse will play their sister team who is riding high after a checkmate upset, Blackout Eclipse. It's looking to be 8 p.m. Eastern. Stream details are to be determined, but Make sure you're in our Discord, keeping up to date with all things Summer Showdown related. And Pickle, thank you so much for standing by. This is probably one of my favorite games to cast. Thank you for making it so enjoyable, and we will see you guys next time.
Also, one more announcement.
Oh.
If you're looking to prod for tomorrow night's matchup, hit up pickle.gg on Discord. I will help you get set
Please.
up with the team. If you have experience, you'll help me out a lot. If you don't, your Sin's problem.
You're gonna be Sin's problem, or the fact is we're probably just gonna have terrible prod. But who knows? The game might be streamed. We hope it streams. But again, we will see you guys tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern. It's gonna be a banger. You will not want to miss it.